I recently took a look at the new pop figure gelatinous cube, and I was disappointed because it was just a little bit too cartoony to use on my D&D table as an actual D&D miniature. The vast majority of cheap miniatures I use for D&D are generally coming from board game sets or war games. But there are examples of collectible vinyl figures and resin figures that are good for D&D, and I'll be showing you an example of an older one and a newer one today in this video. Example 1, the Skyrim Vinyl Shrines set. I was very lucky. This thing is ridiculously overpriced in most places, but I got a really good deal for 20 bucks, which frankly, that's right on the edge for me. These are nice vinyl figures, but they're incredibly lightweight. It's pretty cheap, and frankly, a bunch of them don't look great. So it would have been good to get this less than $20, but frankly, I'm going to have a lot of use for some of this stuff. And just being able to use it without spending time crafting stuff is very useful. And again, maybe some players that have played Skyrim before will get a kick out of some of these. The anvil, a little bit too large for a normal human anvil, of course, but giants. We got a nice statue here that can be used for many uses. And we have a lovely little thing here that could be some sort of crypt. And we have these two things that are going to be perfect for a puzzle that I'm planning for my new game. These, I think, are my two favorite little shrines from this set here. You know, I played Skyrim, but I don't even remember encountering these specific shrines in the game. I was too busy fighting those giants and their mammoths. Second example of collectible stuff you can use for D&D is one of these collectible dragons. This is from a resin set, and boy, this guy would have to be touched up, because as is this dragon, while the sculpt is nice, the paint job is very subpar. This is from the Treasure Dragons collection. This is by Hamilton Collectibles. They've done some very interesting dragon sculpts in the past, and I hope to do a future video on one in particular. Now, I paid $7.50 for this dragon, which is a respectable price to pay, but frankly, you can get a cheap Reaper Bones dragon similar to size for a few bucks more and paint it up yourself, and it will look much, much better. But I did include it in this video so people can do scale comparisons, and perhaps somebody thinks this sort of sculpt is actually really nice and they'd like to repaint this particular model. So I hope this answers the question, can you find inexpensive pre-painted miniatures that you can use as alternatives for D&D miniatures? The answer is yes, but you will have to sacrifice quality in terms of the paint job, in terms of the material, and sometimes, like with the dragon, in terms of the sculpt. But again, that is just my personal preference. You might actually really like that sculpt, in which case you can probably find a decent price for that dragon on eBay right now. As always, if you have found any vinyl or resin collectible miniature that you like to use for D&D, let me know in the comments below.
Have a great day, and as always, thank you for watching the video.